So we're going to pick up on the notes where we left off yesterday. So if you need to grab your notes and open up to these notes in your binder, go ahead and pause the video and do that. So picking up where we left off yesterday, question number 5. The teacher splits the students in her class into 8 equal groups. Write an expression for the amount of students in each group. Let K represent the amount of students in the class. So if I'm splitting up a group of students in the class into 8 groups, I'll be splitting the students up, so it sort of sounds like division. So let's just throw out a couple of examples. Let's say that there are 24 students in the class. If I split them up into 8 equal groups, well, if I take 24 and split it up into 8 equal groups, there will be 3 students in each group. So I would take 24 and I would divide by 8. Let's pick another. Let's say we have a really large class, maybe a PE class, and we've got 40 students in the group. Again, if I split them up into 8 groups, I'll divide by 8, and there will be 5 students in each group. So it says, let K represent the amount of students in the class. Since the problem didn't tell me how many students were in the class, we'll let K be the variable that represents the amount of students in the class. And to find the students in each group, we'll take K, and we will again divide by 8. So the expression that represents the amount of students in each group, if there are K students in the class, is K divided by 8. Number 6, Bernie had $30 in his bank account. Today he withdrew D dollars, but tomorrow he will deposit $15. Write an expression to represent how much money Bernie will have in his bank account after tomorrow. So now what we're doing is we're just taking a situation and we are going to try to write an expression based on the information that's given. We're going to take a look at those key vocabulary words. And there's a couple of key vocabulary words we haven't talked about, and they have to do with banking and money. This word withdraw, withdrew, and deposit. But let's start at the beginning. It said Bernie had $30 in his bank account. So that's where he starts, $30. Today he withdrew D dollars. Now, when you withdraw money from the bank account, that means you take money away from your account. You take it out, and then you have the money to use. So if you withdrew D dollars, withdrew is going to signal subtraction. And what we're going to do is we're going to subtract D. So I'm taking the $30 and I'm withdrawing D dollars. But tomorrow it says he will deposit 15. Well, if withdraw is take away, deposit is put in. So when we see deposit 15, we'll say that we are going to then add 15. Write an expression to represent how much money Bernie will have in his bank account after tomorrow. Well, here's the expression. He started with 30. He's going to withdraw D dollars, and then after tomorrow he'll deposit 15. So 30 minus D plus 15 is my expression that will represent the money in the bank account. Now that we've completed these two problems, I'll have you try a couple on your own. Let's move on to question number 7. It says, Jess went to the carnival and bought a ticket for $12. She then paid an additional $2 for every game she played. If Jess played G games at the carnival, write an expression to represent how much money Jess will spend. So in this particular situation, I want to sort of break this apart. It says Jess went to the carnival and bought a ticket, and then she paid money to buy games. So we sort of want to figure, and what it's asking me to do is figure out an expression to represent how much money Jess will spend in total. So the two things that she's buying is she's buying a ticket, and then she is playing games. And to find a total amount of money that she will spend, what we'll need to do is find the price that she'll pay for the ticket, find the price that she'll pay for the games, and then add the two together. So in my expression, I'll have adding in the middle. Now you'll notice it says Jess went to the carnival and bought a ticket, one ticket for $12. So my first part of my expression will be 12, because that's how much the ticket costs. Then it says she paid an additional, which is signaling by the plus sign, an additional $2 for every game she played. So let's think about this for a second. For one game, she'll pay $2. For 2 games, she'll pay 4. For 8 games, she would pay 2 times 8, 16 extra dollars. For 20 games, she would pay 2 times 20, or an additional $40. So if we don't know how many games she played, and the variable they give us is G, our rule will say that for the games, Jess will pay $2 times the amount of games G that she plays. And so I've got my expression here to represent the total cost. Jess will spend $12 on a ticket plus $2 for every game she plays. And I can plug in a number for the games here, and I can figure out a total price. Let's do that. Let's say Jess plays 4 games. So she has her $12 ticket plus $2 times 4 is 8. So she would pay a total of $20 if she played 4 games. We're going to flip it over to the back. We're going to skip number 8. And so we're going to move on to number 9. It says, as a member of a music club, you can order CDs for $15 each. The music club also charges $5 for each shipment. Write an expression that represents the total cost for N, there's a variable that we'll use, CDs. Okay, so for this particular problem, if you've ever bought anything online, what you notice is you'll pay $15 for a CD, and then you'll pay a shipping charge. And you only pay one of these shipping charges for each order that you make. So what we're going to do is we're going to say that our total cost will be represented by the amount of money we spend on CDs plus that shipping charge. And I know that the shipping charge is an even $5. So really what I'm after is well, how much money will I spend on CDs? Well, they're $15 each, so it's $15 for one, $30 for two, $45 for three, so on and so forth. And since I'm not told how many CDs I will buy, I will have to use the variable N. In order to figure out the amount of money I will spend on CDs, I'll take 15 and I will multiply by the number of CDs that I buy. 15 times 1 would be $15. If I bought 2 CDs, it would be 15 times 2, which is $30. If I bought 10 CDs, it would be 15 times 10, which is $150. And then I would have to add on the $5 extra for the shipping. So in total, an expression that represents the total cost for N CDs, 15 times N, then plus the $5 extra for the shipping. Part B says find the total cost of 3 CDs. Well, this is easy because now they told me what N is equal to. So I'll just simply come down here, 15 times 3 plus 5. Following order of operations, I see multiplication first. 15 times 3 is 45. 45 plus 5 is $50. And so my answer to part B, the amount of money total that I will spend for buying 3 CDs is $50. Now that you've seen those 2 problems, I'll let you try a couple of problems on your own. And finally, the last question. This is more of a challenge question, but I think it's a good question to do, and I think we can handle it. It says a package of golf balls costs $22, and a package of golf tees costs $4. Write an expression that represents the total cost again for B packages of golf balls and T packages of golf tees. Okay, so remember, when we find a total cost of anything, what we'll do is we'll take our 2 things that we're buying and we'll add them together. So in this case, we're buying golf balls, and we are then going to also buy golf tees. Okay? And so what we'll do is we'll take the prices of those things and eventually add them together. Okay, so the price of golf balls, it says the golf balls cost $22. And so as a result, if we bought 1 package, it would be $22. If we bought 2 packages, it would be 44, 3 packages, 66, so on and so forth. I'm taking $22 and I'm multiplying it by the number of packages of golf balls I buy, which is B, because it's unknown. The problem didn't tell me how many packages of golf balls I'm buying. Same thing with tees. Tees cost $4 for each package. So if I buy 1 package, it is $4. If I buy 2 packages, it's 8. 3 packages, 12, so on and so forth. But since they didn't tell me how many packages, I will have to take 4 and multiply it by my variable T. Okay? And so there's my expression, 22 times B plus 4 times T. I'll write that over here. And I'm going to write it without the time sign, just to be efficient. B and 4 times T. Okay, part B, it says find the total cost of 2 packages of golf balls and 3 packages of golf tees. Okay, so here we go. They've now given me numbers to put in for my variables. Golf balls will go in for the B, and the 3 will go in for the T. So I'll simply come down here and do some math. 22 times 2 plus 4 times 3. Okay, and for that, simply following order of operations, 22 times 2 is 44, plus 4 times 3. I then have plus and times, so I'll do times. 4 times 3 is 12, and 44 plus 12 gives me a final answer of 56. And so it'll be 56 total dollars for 2 packages of golf balls and 3 packages of golf tees. And you'll notice I can get that answer by plugging those numbers in for the variables that were once unknown, but now are known because part B gave me the numbers 2 and 3 to plug in. Once you've completed this video and you can show the teacher that you've completed it, the teacher will hand you tonight's homework and you can begin working on tonight's homework.